What's up, guys? I'm here today with my Mannadium deck profile. I played this weekend. I went fifth place at the tournament with 95 people. I went 6-1, just lost a round against Tri-Brigade Sprite with bad luck, I think, with some bad hands. The other rounds were quite nice. I don't remember every matchup, but I think there was a Swordsoul player, another Sprite player. I think he was playing it pure. Then there was a branded player, Super Heavy Samurai player, and the other ones I can't really remember, but yeah, was quite fun. So I think let's start. So I played 3 Realm Heart, 3 Meek, and 3 Fearless. For the Mannadium monsters, you have to max all of them out. 2 Visa Star Wars, you can play 3 of him. I just opted to play 2 because he's like kind of a brick in the deck, but you have to play 2 because of the fusion monster. Then I played the Prisma package with the Rykard for the Scareclop engine. Then to the hand traps, I played 3 Ash. Maybe you can cut Ash. She was okay this tournament, but not that powerful, I think. Just against a branded player, it worked like once to Ash the branded fusion. In the other cases, when I dropped the Ash, it was not that impactful. The Ogre was quite nice. It was also not the most powerful hand trap, but against some other matchups. Oh yeah, I played against one Blackwing player. The Ogre was quite nice against that matchup. The Joel, MVP, I think. Joel was really nice this tournament. And for the last hand trap, the Gamma is really insane, this format. In the main deck, he worked really well every time I drew into him. For the spells, the field spell of the deck, then the Obsession, then a Hero Lives, the Phobia, and the Monster Reborn for the Scareclaws, for the engine, and then to the one-offs, 1 Terraforming, 1 Rota, 1 Monster Reborn, and 1 Callback. And at last, the Omni Negate counter trap for Mannadiums. So I played 42 cards in the main. I didn't know what to cut to get to 40, so yeah, I just stayed at 42. To the extra deck, 2 Astrolaut for the 2 Visa Star Wars. You have to play 2, I think 2 are really insane. Maybe you can consider even playing him at 3, but yeah. Then to the Synchros from the Stardust Charge, you have to play him. I think he's quite nice as a bridge into another Synchro monsters, and even the draw is sometimes quite impactful. Then the Coral Dragon. This card does come up, but not as often as the Stardust Charge, but he's also a good option if you have another level 4 monster to extend into an Synchro 10 with him. Then there's Omega and Dragite. These 2 cards were some last minute changes to the deck because I couldn't get my hands on a Chaos Angel and the Ice Jade level 10 Synchro monster. So I played those 2 cards. So you can cut both of them if you have another preference in the extra deck. And I can later say some cards you can also choose to play in the extra deck. Then to the 8s, the Excel. Then the Baron as a 10, the Despater as a 10, and Chengying as a 10. They all worked really insane for the deck as a good end board. To the Lynx, 1 Lightheart for the combo, 1 Croshy is really insane combined with the Astrolaut as a nice extender. Then 1 IP, you can cut the IP, I think. I played the IP with the Unicorn. It came up, I think, once and was not that impactful. So maybe you can play instead of the IP, the Lambda, if you draw into the Gamma. Yeah, as an additional interruption. And the last link, an Appaloosa. Appaloosa worked really nice in this tournament and also for the games because you can easily climb into the Appaloosa with some level 10 Synchro monsters. For the side deck, I had to come up with something real quick because I had no time, so it was not really impactful. I played 3 Cosmics, never sided them in. 3 Nibiru's, I sided them in once, I think, but they did not came up. The Dimensional Barrier, I sided in against the branded player, but also didn't come up because I didn't do it. The tactics, I think, are quite good in this format, but every time I considered siding them in, I opted to stay with the hand traps instead. And the only good side card was Dark Ruler, because this was the most sided card for me, and every time I do it, it came up. So this card really works in this format, I think. Yeah, but this side deck was not really impactful because I mostly opted to stay with the hand trap lineup I already had in my main deck. So yeah, that was my deck profile. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have some tips for the deck, you can leave a comment down below. And yeah, have a good day. See ya.